Students today. That is tremendous. I kept hearing in the back that the students were great during warm-ups. I walk out there. That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. That reminded me of year 3 at Marquette. It was Dwyane Wade's first year playing, and it was in my 3rd year, and we're playing a couple games on the weekend to start the season before we went to Alaska. And it just like blew me away how many students we had. You know, and that's that belief, and that's that trust, that's that blind faith that you want them to have, and they made a difference for us tonight, huge. And all the fans did. But to see that kind of student crowd on a Tuesday night was awesome. As far as the game, we have so much to get better at. We have so much to get more competitive at. We have so much to clean up. But the bottom line is we were able to find a way to win the game. And as I tell these guys all the time, the game is always giving you something, and the game of momentum, or the momentum in the game is always up for grabs. And tonight we had some guys grab momentum. Severe Wheeler grabbed momentum tonight. Rodney Howard brought momentum back to us when he made those 2 big post plays inside. That was big. We played a lot of young guys. I mean, the foul trouble was, we had to do a lot of balancing. And then at the end of the game, you know, when Dotson fouled out, then we were able to go a little bit smaller and switch everything, and I think that helped us too. So that's just, you know, hopefully we'll get this team to a place where there's strength in numbers, and we're not there yet. Right now we have a lot of bodies, all right, but we've got to get guys that they can bring a lot of value to the court, and that's all part of the learning process with a young team. So before I open it up, we announced before the game, Jordan Harris will be eligible to compete on December 20th. I'm limited to what I can say, but I can tell you Jordan's practicing with the team. He's working hard to do what he can to help the team improve on a daily basis. And he had stuff he was doing in the game tonight for us. He ended last season playing really, really good basketball for us, as most of you know. And while this is a setback for him, it's a setback for us. Confident that he can move on with us and return and hopefully bring a good impact for us, because he's certainly been practicing well. And that's where that stands, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be limited to talking about. So when it comes to him. So go ahead. I think they were big. They were pretty good context. Then we had to remind him, like, okay, we don't need to settle now. We're in the double bonus. Then he made that left-hand drive off the right wing, which was huge. But those were in rhythm, good balanced threes. And he did a good job. He's very aggressively looking for it. And that's what we want from him, not to settle, right? When the ball is moving, when it's moving in the flow of the offense like that, and it's getting swung and he's ready to shoot, that's what he's got to be. And I like the fact that they were catching shoots, because that's where he's really got to improve for us.
You started in the second half. What is it that gives the team a lift when he's doing?
Well, what do you think? What does it look like?
He's short.
That's your words, okay? He might be small in stature, but he's a gigantic heart. So don't be anybody putting quote unquote small. That kid's got one giant heart. And we're so fortunate to get him. And Amir Abdur-Rahim deserves a lot of credit for that once the coaching change came at Texas A&M for us to land him. And we knew he could make a difference. He's got tremendous speed. He's got quickness. He's got excellent vision. And he just changes the dynamic. And he did at Charlotte, and he did the first time against Valdosta State. And he just needs to keep improving, and I think that he will. But he's got a level of toughness that allows him to do a lot of different things.
Yeah, touch on that a little bit more, just the ability, like you said, to change the tempo the way you guys play.
Well, I think the speed thing is so huge, because we're not, Anthony's got to push it better. He's got to push the ball, but he's got to throw the ball ahead better. Both of them have to throw the ball ahead better if we're going to have a good break. We don't have that rim-running big man yet that we have to have. And, you know, our front line is up for grabs. I mean, it really is. Every day it's got to become more and more competitive up there. You know, Ray got 12 rebounds tonight. He wasn't even close to being in the mix, rebounding the ball like he has to or like he could have, you know, based on that. So we've got to get better there. And again, at the end of the game, we were able to go small, but we're not going to be able to do that all the time, right? But Severe, you know, one thing he does, we never had to worry about who he was in with in a switching game. That's pretty big, you know, because when you got a guy that's a little smaller in stature, size-wise, but at the same time he's got that quickness, that strength, that heart, that ability, that intelligence, it allows you to do a lot of different things. So being able to play him in a switch game at that size in his first college game says a lot about him. But he's a winner. You know, won a couple state championships in high school. He brings a winning DNA to us. He brings a high competitive value to us. And hopefully he's going to help some other guys bring more competitive nature out of them.
Following up on him, personality standpoint, from a maturity standpoint as well.
No, he's got that well-raised. His dad's been a big part of his life. His dad's here tonight. His dad's been a big part of his life. Oldest of, I believe, 6 kids, right? State champion, very good AAU player. I just had some maturity about him. You know, people want to play with him. I mean, they want to play with him. I remember Christian Brown, we were doing a home visit with Christian Brown when he committed to us, and he's talking about Severe Wheeler, right? And you know, that's the thing to me, like kids want to be around him. They enjoy him. You see on our bench, they enjoy watching him play well. But they also, this is why we've got to keep shooting the ball better, because he will find you. But the recruiting part is, we knew once we got in front of him that it, and again, especially with Amir, even though Amir was going through the process of going to Kennesaw, how'd they do? Anybody see that score with Creighton? How they did?
They were down about 10 or so.
Okay. We believed in what Amir saw, you know, when he was a part of the recruitment, but we also believed in him. And we knew that we were going to need another guard that could come in and show great leadership for us. And he's learning to do that. And he'll get a lot better with it. Nights like tonight will help that leadership.
There was a lot of anticipation for this first regular season game for this class, maybe especially for Edwards. Do you think that, did you sense that he felt that pressure at all?
I don't know if he felt pressure. It was their first college game. I think that's where the pressure is. I don't know if it's the pressure of living up to anything. He really doesn't. That's not him. Now, I've not seen that in him. But being an 18-year-old since August 5th, playing his first official college game, I did see that, right? I did see that, and I think you see that in all of them. I mean, we can practice till we're blue in the face. I'm glad we played Valdosta here. I'm really glad we went to Charlotte for that exhibition. But it's a little different when it's opening night and there's that kind of crowd in the stands. And that's not even close to what it'll be as we go down the line. So I don't think he felt any pressure of expectation. I think it's just truly that it was his first college game. And I thought he did a really good job adjusting and settling in.
How much of that turnout do you attribute to curiosity over Anthony, and looking ahead, how much energy do you think he's going to bring to the building?
Oh, I think he'll bring a lot of energy to the building, but I think if you looked at it, a lot of those guys did. Severe did tonight. I mean, I think there's, I don't know. You know, we've sold out all our season tickets. I think the fact that we've had the students come like that, that's probably a huge part of it. They know it's a big recruiting class. I would say it's probably more than curiosity. It's like, you know, you're getting ready to watch somebody in a very young part of his life that's embarking on a heck of a career. And I think along the way, they know about this recruiting class and they see there's some other guys in here that can do some really good things too. But I don't think there's any question that those guys can bring energy. You know, to me, it's always about finding what has to happen in the game to get it back going our way and who can grab momentum. And with that being said, there were numerous things we didn't do a very good job of, and that's the stuff that's got to get better. And we've got to, and we knew we wanted to get through this game, and now spend a week trying to add some things that we need on the defensive end too.
When you talk about the game always giving you something that looked like Anthony, when a shot wasn't going down the first half, kind of made an effort to drive more and get fouled. Did that impress you to kind of see him make that kind of adjustment on the fly?
Yeah, that's important. You know, being a downhill player, it's a huge part of who he is. It's a huge part of where we play, the way we play, and that's what we have to have. You know, chemistry is up for grabs every day with any program in the country, right? Even the most veteran of a team, right, is blending in new people. We're trying to blend in 10 new people. I mean, that is incredible. I saw East Carolina was trying to blend in 11 new people, right? I don't know who else. Maybe there's others trying to blend in 10. That is a hard deal, all right? But with that being said, when you're that young, you got to get better during the game, right? And that's part of an answer to your question. Recognize what the game has given you. Recognize the decisions that need to be made. And the hardest thing for young players is to play at a pace, understand the speed of the game, to not settle inside of that, okay? And then to continue to understand how hard they have to go for how long in the sense of how they attack. And that's what he's got to continue to learn. And I thought he did a good job tonight of mixing and matching some of that. But he also did a pretty good job when he was in there with Severe.
What did you make out of his defensive effort tonight?
Who? Everyone on our team's got to get better defensive. Somebody's getting a call right here. Everybody on the team's got to get better defensive. This was not a clinic take defensively or rebounding at all by anybody. Now we did a pretty good job with ball pressure, Severe and things like that. But we have a lot to get better at. All right, we have a lot, this is, somebody's calling from a 775 who's, oh, huh?
It's recording.
Oh, okay, well, somebody's calling. All right, let's listen to him, let's talk to him. All right, okay. No, I wasn't up there a minute ago. Okay, I'm just playing around. Our defensive effort, energy, schemes, activity, all those things got to get better.
We've talked a lot about Anthony and Severe. Who else do you think really stepped up tonight?
You know, I thought, I mentioned this before, I thought that Rodney did a really good job. There was a big play there. Donnell and Tyree. Ty Fagan did a really nice job tonight, the minutes that he was in there like that. Christian Brown and Tamani had some freshman moments, but they also had some veteran moments. Christian got some back cuts. It's just going to take time, right? I mean, it's got to take time. And I just think there were a lot of guys that contributed to the win.
It took a while to pull out. What do you have to do as a team to start games better?
We got 10 new guys, okay? And we have 10 new guys, and I think I'm up here covering it. Have you ever covered a team that's got 10 new guys? Well, you are now, so you get to watch it just like I do, right? And that's the bottom line. It's the game one. It's game one tonight. It's November 5th, and we've got a lot of room to get better, and we played a lot of young, new guys out there tonight, and guys that are in different roles. So we're gonna focus on that.
You guys really ran away with the lead there at the end. What kind of kicked it in the last couple?
I think we covered it, Rodney, and we defended pretty well, and we did some good things there. Anthony's shots, Rodney's buckets. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, even though it's obviously very, very early, but the fact that there's 2 games in a row now, you have kind of either, trailed or been neck and neck early on. The fact you guys have not panicked, is that something for a young?
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I mean, that's all part of building the chemistry. And I think that's really good. What they've got to understand is how competitive practice has got to be. We've got guys sometimes, they want to play more, right? We got to compete. And as we put the press in and as we do different things defensively, there's a lot of things that are up for grabs right now because it's game one and there's a lot of room for improvement. But I think the fact of the matter is they like each other, they work well together, they're in leadership. From a guy like Donnell, from a guy like Tyree, Jordan, those things are starting to help. We need more in other areas. But we're not a consistent team. We're not a consistent day-to-day team yet. Well, we are day-to-day, we're not day-by-day. And it's going to take us time to learn that. Right? And it's part of it. There's going to be some really tough nights in here. I mean, there just is. Right? And I hate to tell you, we got a bunch of young guys. And that's why every win that we can get right now and learn from it is going to be really, really important. But you need to do some research on how many teams have done things with 10 new guys. And I'm not talking about Kentucky and Duke signing 5 of the top 15 type deals. I'm talking about the reality for the rest of us. 10 new players is a different deal, and it's going to take some time for us to get that. Thank you.